Good morning to all. So today's point of discussion is acylation and benzoylation of amines. Now, first of all, we are going to discuss acylation of amines. Acylation of amines. Now remember, acylation is a reaction of amines, especially of primary and secondary. Why? Because tertiary amines do not undergo acylation reaction. Thus, reaction of primary and secondary amines with acyl chlorides or acid anhydrides or esters to form substituted amides is known as acylation. So, what acylation is? Reaction of amines with acyl chlorides, which can be represented as RCOCl, or acid anhydrides, which can be given as RCO by 2O, or esters, that is RCOOR, to form amides or substituted amides is known as acylation reaction. Now acetylation is very famous. Now let's see acetylation first of all basically. So one can bring about acetylation either by using acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride or simply esters of acetic acid. Now very first acetylation of amines by using acetyl chloride. Now when we treat amines with acetyl chloride, then basically acetylation takes place. Now point to be remembered right here is these reactions are needed to be conducted in presence of bases which are stronger than amines like pyridine. As byproducts are acids like HCl, we need to neutralize those HCl in order to attribute the forward reaction. Thus, these reactions are conducted in presence of base stronger than amine itself. That is basically pyridine is used right here. So first of all, take a look acetylation of primary amine. Now how primary amines respond when we treat these with acetyl chloride. So what is the representation of primary amine? RNH2 when treated with acetyl chloride, that is CH3COCl. Now we need to use base right here which happens to be stronger than amine itself. So in presence of pyridine, when we react primary amine with acetyl chloride, then hydrogen atom which is attached to the nitrogen get replaced by acetyl group, and that lead to the formation of a product which can be given as along with HCl. So this is N-alkyl ethanamide. N-alkyl ethanamide is a substituted amide. Now let's see the mechanism of this reaction. This is so simple, and right here what happens, we can write acetyl chloride as, so this is the acetyl chloride, and what happens in very first step, our primary amine which can be represented as, now we know very well amines have nitrogen and nitrogen contain lone pair. So this group is polar, we know very well. Oxygen being electronegative attracts pair of electron towards itself, and right here this carbon now becomes positive and it is ready to receive the nucleophilic attack. So nitrogen using lone pair attacks on this carbon. Now this lead to the formation of an intermediate which can be given as, so this is the intermediate so formed. Now nitrogen be positive. So in order to nullify the charge accumulated on nitrogen, so what happens, being electronegative, it attracts this electron pair towards itself and thereby release of hydrogen in the form of proton takes place. Meanwhile, chlorine in the form of chloride ion by taking this electron pair get departured and this electron pair gets shared like this, and this lead to the formation of CH3CONHR along with HCl. So this is our product, and this is the simple mechanism for acetylation of primary amine. Now what happens when secondary amines are treated? So let's take a look on response of secondary amines. When secondary amines are treated, secondary amines can be represented as R2NH. When these are treated with acetyl chloride in presence of base like pyridine, then hydrogen which is attached to the nitrogen get replaced by acetyl group, and this lead to the formation of a product, I mean acetylated product with the departure of HCl. So this is NN-dialkyl ethanamide. NN-dialkyl ethanamide is obtained. Now as far as mechanism of this reaction is concerned, it resembles that of primary amine. So let's see the mechanism right here. So what happens when we treat secondary amines with what? Acetyl chloride. So acetyl chloride can be given as, we know very well this group, I mean it is polar one. So oxygen being electronegative attracts pair of electron, and nitrogen along with lone pair attacks on the carbon. So this lead to the formation of an intermediate that can be given as, so this is the intermediate so obtained. Now what happens? This nitrogen keeps this electron pair as it is more electronegative than hydrogen, and to nullify the charge accumulated on it, so departure of hydrogen in the form of proton takes place, and this chlorine along with this pair of electron get departed as well, so leading to the formation of HCl, and this electron pair gets shared like this. So thereby departure of HCl takes place with the formation of a product that can be given as, so this is our product NN-dialkyl ethanamide. Now as far as tertiary amines are concerned, remember tertiary amines do not undergo acetylation reaction at all. So there is no reaction of tertiary amine. Look, tertiary amines can be represented as, when we try to treat these tertiary amines with acetyl chloride, then as there is no replaceable hydrogen on nitrogen in case of tertiary amines, these amines fail to undergo acetylation. So no reaction has been reported for tertiary amine. In this way, one can bring about acetylation of amines using acetyl chloride. Now let's see same change, I mean acetylation, can be bring about by using acetic anhydride also. So next point of discussion is acetylation of amines by using acetic anhydride. Now acetic anhydride is also a better acetylating agent. Now let's see first of all response of primary amine, how primary amines respond acetic anhydride. So our primary amine can be represented as RNH2. So when treated with acetic anhydride, then acetylation takes place. I mean hydrogen which is attached to the nitrogen will get replaced by acetyl group, and thereby formation of monoacetyl alkylamine takes place along with acetic acid, and this is called as, commonly called as N-alkyl ethanamide. N-alkyl ethanamide, which is substituted amide. Now let's see mechanism of this reaction, how this reaction takes place. So remember, acetic anhydride can be given as, so this is acetic anhydride and this is the representation of primary amine. We know that nitrogen has a lone pair, so it can attack and act as a nucleophile. So here what happens, this group is polar one, thus nitrogen with the help of lone pair attacks on this carbon, and that lead to the formation of an intermediate species RCOO minus. This CH3 can be written in this fashion. Now NHHR, now nitrogen bears positive as it donated lone pair or utilized a lone pair to attack the carbon, and this nitrogen keeps this electron pair, and thereby hydrogen, departure of hydrogen in the form of proton takes place. And now exactly what happens, this oxygen keeps this electron pair towards itself and this electron pair gets shared like this, and hydrogen ion combined with this acetate ion leading to the formation of acetic acid. Thus there is a departure of acetic acid takes place with the formation of a product that can be given as, so this is our product CH3CO NHR, that is N-alkyl ethanamide. So this is the response of primary amine to the acetic anhydride. Now secondary amines, how secondary amines react with acetic anhydride. Remember, secondary amines react in similar manner. So let's see the response of secondary amines to the acetic anhydride. Now secondary amines are represented as R2NH. When treated with acetic anhydride, then hydrogen attached to the nitrogen get replaced by acetyl group, and that lead to the formation of a product what we called N-N-dialkyl ethanamide. N-N-dialkyl ethanamide is obtained. Now let's see the mechanism. Mechanism can be explained in similar manner. So take a look, acetic anhydride can be given as, now when 2-degree amine, that is secondary amine, which can be represented as treated with this group is polar, so electrons get attracted towards oxygen and this nitrogen along with lone pair attacks on this carbon, and that lead to the formation of CH3COO minus CH3. This CH3 can be written as, so NHR2, this nitrogen now bear positive as it used its lone pair to attack. Now nitrogen attracts this electron pair towards itself, and thereby departure of hydrogen in the form of proton takes place, and this group get departed right here. So oxygen being electronegative attracts this electron pair, and this oxygen shares pair of electron with this. This lead to the departure of acetic acid, I mean this proton, combined with acetate ion and lead to the formation of acetic acid as a byproduct, and that lead to the formation of our product whatever we expect. So what is the product right here? CH3CO, then NR2. This is N-N-dialkyl ethanamide. In this way, secondary amines react with acid anhydride. Now, as far as tertiary amines are concerned, remember tertiary amines do not have hydrogen attached to the nitrogen. So tertiary amines are represented as, so when these tertiary amines are treated with acid anhydride like acetic anhydride, then tertiary amines fail to react with this. So there is no reaction between acid anhydride and tertiary amines. Now one can bring about acetylation using esters also. Remember, acetylation can be bring about using ester also. So acetylation, third very important thing is acetylation by using esters of acetic acid, esters of acetic acid. So amines react with esters of acetic acid like ethyl acetate, and thereby acetylation is attributed. Now let's see the response. First of all, take a look at the response of primary amines. So primary amines are represented as RNH2. So when treated with ester of acetic acid, consider ethyl acetate. When we treat primary amines with ethyl acetate, then acetylation takes place, and that lead to the formation of N-alkyl ethanamide with the departure of ethyl alcohol. So this is N-alkyl ethanamide. Now let's see the mechanism of this reaction now, how this happens. So it is also very simple thing. So ethyl acetate can be given as, so this is ethyl acetate. So when we treat this ethyl acetate with primary amine, our primary amine has nitrogen and nitrogen contain lone pair. We know very well this group is polar one, so electrons get attracted by oxygen itself and nitrogen attacks on this carbon. That lead to the formation of an intermediate CH3, CO negative, so OC2H5 can be written in this way. Then NH, HR, now nitrogen Br positive. So this nitrogen attracts this electron pair towards itself, and thereby departure of hydrogen in the form of proton takes place. These groups leave along with the pair of electron, and oxygen shares electron pair like this. Now C2H5OH, I mean departure of ethyl alcohol can be seen easily right here, and thereby formation of a product takes place, what we call N-alkyl ethanamide. So in this way acetylation takes place when we treat primary amine with ester. Now let's see the response of secondary amine, how secondary amines react with esters. Remember, secondary amines do react in similar manner. So representation of secondary amine is R2NH. So when treated with ester of acetic acid, that is ethyl acetate, then we receive R2NCOCH3 along with ethyl alcohol, that is ethanol. So this is N-dialkyl ethanamide, that is substituted amide. Now let's see how this reaction happens, I mean mechanism of this reaction. It is also very simple. So ester of acetic acid, that is ethyl acetate, can be given as. So when we treat this ethyl acetate with secondary amine, we know that this group is polar. So nitrogen attacks on the carbon and leading to the formation of an intermediate that can be given as. So this is the intermediate so obtained. Now nitrogen bears positive, so this electron pair get attracted by nitrogen, and departure of this group takes place, leading to the formation of ethanol, and oxygen shares electron pair with carbon. So thereby ethyl alcohol produces as a byproduct, and we may receive the product, that is an N-dialkyl ethanamide. So this is the response of what? Secondary amine. Now let's see how tertiary amines react. So remember, tertiary amines do not react with esters also. So when we treat tertiary amine with ester of acetic acid, that can be written as, so there is no reaction takes place, as tertiary amines lack hydrogen on nitrogen. So in this way acetylation can be conducted using acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride or esters of acetic acid. So this was the acetylation of amines. Now let's see what benzoylation is. So very important thing is benzoylation. Benzoylation of amines. Remember, benzoylation of amines is the reaction of amines with benzoyl chloride, and thereby we may receive the substituted benzamides as a product. Now benzoylation reaction is done by using benzoyl chloride. I mean, we need to treat amines with benzoyl chloride in order to bring about benzoylation. Now let's see the response one by one. First of all, primary amines. How primary amines react with benzoyl chloride? So primary amine is represented as RNH2. So when we treat primary amine with benzoyl chloride like this, now here we need to use base like pyridine in order to remove the byproduct so obtained. So hydrogen attached to the nitrogen will get replaced by benzoyl chloride, and there lead to the formation of this product what we call N-alkyl benzamide. So this is N-alkyl benzamide whatever we receive. Now let's see the mechanism of reaction. This mechanism is also so simple. So this can be compared with the reaction with acetyl chloride. So benzoyl chloride can be written as this is benzoyl chloride. When we treat this benzoyl chloride with primary amine, we know that nitrogen bear lone pair and this group is polar. So nitrogen attacks on carbon, lead to the formation of C6H5CO negative. This chlorine can be written in this way. So NHHR. Now nitrogen has positive charge as it used lone pair for attack. Now nitrogen keeps this electron pair with itself, and thereby departure of hydrogen in the form of proton takes place. This chlorine get removed in the form of chloride ion by keeping this pair, and this electron pair is shared like this. So in this way departure of HCl takes place, leading to the formation of a product what we call N-alkyl benzamide. So in this way reaction happens. Now let's see the response of secondary amine. Now secondary amines react in similar manner. So secondary amines can be represented as R2NH. So when we treat secondary amines with benzoyl chloride, that is C6H5COCl, then hydrogen attached to the nitrogen will get replaced by benzoyl group, and that lead to the formation of this product with the departure of HCl. So this is N-dialkyl benzamide. Now the mechanism is very important thing to be discussed right here. So it is damn simple. So we know very well that in benzoyl chloride, so this is the benzoyl chloride, when treated with secondary amine R2NH, now this group is polar one, so nitrogen with lone pair attacks on carbon. This lead to the formation of an intermediate that can be given as, so this is the intermediate so obtained. Now this electron pair is kept by nitrogen to nullify the charge accumulated, and hydrogen get departed in the form of proton, so departure of chloride ion as well, leading to the formation of our product that is C6H5CO and R2, that is N-dialkyl benzamide. Now as far as tertiary amines are concerned, remember in tertiary amines there is no hydrogen attached to the nitrogen. So tertiary amines when treated with benzoyl chloride, there is no net reaction taking place. I mean tertiary amines fail to react with benzoyl chloride, or in simple word one can say that tertiary amines do not undergo benzoylation. Thank you very much.